Good afternoon, my Real News Media TV family. Welcome back to the channel for another news update for Saturday, August 23, 2025. And in the news this afternoon, laborer slain, woman hurt in St. Elizabeth gun attack. A 33-year-old laborer was shot dead and a 21-year-old woman injured when gunmen opened fire on patrons at a bar in Black River, St. Elizabeth on Friday night. The dead man has been identified as Calvin Summon, otherwise called Dangles, a laborer of Hodges Land, Black River. The injured woman, a 21-year-old, has been admitted to hospital. Both were among patrons at the establishment when the shooting started at about 10 p.m., reports say. The two were rushed to the Black River Hospital, where someone was pronounced dead. The woman remains under treatment. The Black River police are investigating. St. Catherine man shot dead at a party. A 34-year-old St. Catherine man was shot dead early Saturday morning during a gun attack at a party in the rural community of Garden Hill. The victim has been identified as Horace Monster Butler of De La Vega City in Spanish Town. The shooting reportedly happened at about 3:35 a.m. Butler was taken to the Spanish Town Hospital where he was pronounced dead. No official motive has been established for the killing, which is now under investigation by the Spanish Town Criminal Investigation Branch. Police launch a probe after missing St. Catherine man found dead. Police in the St. Catherine North Division have launched a murder investigation following the discovery of the body of a man who went missing 4 days ago. The deceased has been identified as 23-year-old Lucien Henry, unemployed, of Church Road, Hawkers Hall district in the parish. Reports are that about 10:30 a.m. yesterday, police were summoned to a scene in Hawkers Hall where Henry's decomposing body was found in bushes. The body, which was nude, was partially covered with debris and bore what appeared to be chop wounds. Henry was last seen alive on August 18. The Glen Gulf Criminal Investigation Branch is leading the probe. Alleged 63-year-old pickpocket remanded in custody. A 63-year-old man accused of robbing another of a wallet in downtown Kingston was remanded in custody when he appeared in the Kingston and the St. Andrew Parish Court on Tuesday. Clive Campbell is charged with larceny and assault occasioning bodily harm. Reports are that the complainant was in the area when he was bumped into by Campbell. Shortly after, the man noticed that his bag had been opened and his wallet was missing. He reportedly gave chase, and when approached by the police, Campbell initially denied the allegations, but later allegedly admitted the wallet was in his pocket. According to police accounts, it is further alleged that Campbell told them, "Me a sick man, me have cancer. So me make me little change, so me make me bread by hustling." However, he denied making that statement when he appeared in the Kingston and the St. Andrew Parish Court on Tuesday. During the encounter, Campbell is also accused of biting the complainant, resulting in bodily harm. He was subsequently arrested and taken into custody, where he allegedly had an encounter with one of the investigating officers. A fingerprint order has been made, and Campbell has been assigned a legal aid attorney. The matter was set for case management on August 21, 2025. Mediation brings a swift resolution to property damage case. What could have spiraled into a prolonged court battle was instead resolved through mediation on Wednesday when 26-year-old Roisin Johnson walked out of the St. James Parish Court a free man. Johnson had been charged with malicious destruction of property stemming from an incident on July 26 in the rural community of Salters Hill, St. James. According to court documents, Johnson went to the complainant's home where an argument developed. In the heat of the confrontation, he allegedly hurled stones, one of which shattered a window belonging to the complainant. The matter was subsequently brought before the parish court, where instead of proceeding to trial, the case was referred to mediation, a dispute resolution process that allows both parties to sit together and reach a common ground with the assistance of a neutral facilitator. When the matter was recalled on Wednesday, the prosecution noted the amicable resolution and offered no evidence against Johnson. Parish Judge Dan Bernard then formally discharged him, bringing the case to a close. The use of mediation in parish courts has been lauded by judicial officials and community leaders as an effective way of addressing minor disputes while easing the burden on the court system. No license, no catch. 2 fishermen got more than they bargained for when the law came knocking. John Simon and Jerome Stevenson of St. James addresses were fined in the St. James Parish Court on Wednesday after being caught fishing without the required license. Court records show that around 8 a.m. on June 29, a vigilant fisheries officer spotted the men in a canoe at River Bay Fishing Village on Howard Cook Boulevard in Montego Bay. Their vessel carried 3 ice boxes brimming with fish, but when asked for a license, the men were unable to produce them. Arrested on the spot, they were later charged under the Fisheries Act 2018. Under Jamaica's Fisheries Act 2018, all persons engaged in commercial or subsistence fishing are required to obtain a valid fishing license issued by the National Fisheries Authority. The law also empowers fisheries officers to seize vessels, equipment, or catch if fishers are found in breach of regulations. Licensing is considered a key measure in safeguarding the country's fish stock, promoting sustainable fishing practices, and protecting the livelihoods of registered fishers. The NFA has repeatedly urged compliance, warning that unlicensed fishing undermines efforts to properly monitor the industry and enforces rules such as the annual closed seasons for protected species such as lobster and conch. Expensive lobster haul. A man found with a lobster out of season was fined $50,000 or 10 days in jail for violating Jamaica's Fisheries Act. Herbert Galloway was found with a spear gun and 1 3/4 pounds of lobster on May 10 on Jimmy Cliff Boulevard. He appeared in the St. James Parish Court on Wednesday before presiding Judge Dan Bernard. During the proceedings, Judge Bernard emphasized the seriousness of the offense, noting that breaching the closed season carries fines of up to $3 million or possibly imprisonment. The closed season for Caribbean spiny lobsters, enforced by the Ministry of Agriculture, Fisheries and Mining, runs annually from April 1 to June 30 to protect the breeding populations and ensure sustainable fishing practices. During this period, it is illegal to catch, buy, sell, or possess lobsters, including buried or undersized specimens. The Ministry of Agriculture stresses that enforcement of the closed season is critical to maintaining lobster populations, which are a key economic and ecological resource in Jamaica. Violations are treated seriously to protect the sustainability of the fishing industry. Guys, thank you for watching. See you this evening at 6 p.m. for another news update.